everybody, it's Jean Marie from Kennedy's Cuties. So I haven't gotten a lot crocheted since the last time I was on. I have been doing a lot of, in addition to revamping this craft room, which I'm in the process of, I have been trying to fill out like a little schedule for the year for upcoming craft events. I mean, I have sticky notes and scratched out stuff, and I have sticky notes all over my desk at the moment, but I'm just trying to fill up my summer craft fair events. Currently, I have, starting in April 4th, which is this coming Saturday, I have a spring craft fair at Jeff's Catering in Brewer, Maine. And I did just do one this past Saturday, the 28th. That was my first kickoff to spring festival, market, fair, whatever you want to call it, for the year of 2026. And if it's an indicator of what the season's going to be like, the economy is going to kill us. Us crafters. It's going to be bad if it was so bad there. I mean, I've done this one for 3 years now. This is my 4th year. It's always been okay. I've always done decent there. I walked away making $55. I paid $35 to be there, made 20 bucks. Yeah. Awful. I really, really hope this isn't an early indicator of how my glasses are getting such a reflection. I'm so sorry. Of what the whole year is going to be like, but I have gone through on my Facebook. I have a Maine Crafters page that I go on to, where everybody lists all the upcoming events and stuff so that you can apply and get ready to do them. And so I've been kind of going through, applying for a lot of them, trying to make notes for myself so I don't double book myself. I've got 4 of them currently that I want to do that are all on the same day in June 20th. So now I've got to figure out which one I'm going to end up doing. And it's so hard to pick because I'm like, 2 of them sound like they're going to be amazing. That doesn't always mean anything, of course. They'll say, oh, 5,000 feet coming through, but, it doesn't necessarily pan out to always be that way. But regardless, anyway, I got the Spring Craft Fair on April 4th coming up. I have that one already in the books. I have it paid for, and it's ready to go. I have then got one May 20th in Orrington, which I have not paid for yet. I'm still kicking that one around as to whether I'm going to do it or not. I think I'm going to. It's only $25. That's not that bad. So, if I only made $100 that day, I've done okay. May 9th, I have one at the Hampton Snowmobile Club, which I think will actually end up being a good one because a lot of the Snowmobile Club people will come in to help, raise funds and stuff. So, fingers crossed that one will be okay. I have one in Milford in June 20th. That's one of the June ones. And also one in Old Town on June 27th, which is at an animal orphanage. It's called the Furball Festival. They raise money for animal care and, helping with abandoned animals and things like that. So, yeah, I have actually gotten into the Bucksport one this year, which makes me so happy. I tried to get into it so bad last year, and it was gone so quick. But I did get into it for this year, and that is on July 28th. Bucksport is one of the busiest byways on Route 1 to Acadia National Park, so it gets tons and tons of traffic. And I know for a fact that people do really well down there because I have actually gone to some of them down there as a playing tourist. In addition to that, on the 18th, which I do want to apply for this one as well, they have Bucksport's 250th anniversary, which is going to be a really huge event. There's going to be fireworks. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on the whole day. When they did I want to say it was the 200th, that would mean I was only 9, 10. Could have been, though. I don't know. Seems I was older than that when they did it, so maybe it wasn't the 200th. But they did a big anniversary something down there when I was just a kid. And, you know, and maybe it is that one. Maybe I was only like 10. It was huge, and it was an all-day event. It was started in the morning with a parade, all kinds of things going on throughout the day, and ended that night with fireworks. And I think this one's going to be at least as nice as that. So I really, really, really am glad I'm getting into these ones. I think these ones are going to be my good ones for the summer. In July, in August, I'm going to do the Bass Park After Dark. And Bass Park is on the waterfront between Brewer and Bangor, Maine. And it's where the Hollywood Slots Casino is. It's where Cross Insurance Center is. And they do all the outdoor summer concerts are. So I think that's going to be a really good one. They do 4 of them. They did one. They have June. June was already sold out. They had July, which I haven't applied for. I'm not sure if I'm going to yet or not. They had August, which I did apply for and have gotten accepted into. And then they do another one in September. So that kind of is a small list of things that I've got going on. This is what I've really been working on for the past couple of weeks, is just trying to organize and get all of this information together. I need a better system. This paper is just, let's see if I can get up here so you can actually see it. I mean, it's just some lined paper that I created myself. And I'm trying to keep all track of everything on, whether it's been paid for, whether it hasn't been paid for, little notes to myself, crossing things out, and it's just become quite a mess. Like I said, I've actually got sticky notes stuck to the back of it, and yeah. This is only March, April, May, June, July, and August. And then I went on to this page with September, October, November, December, and as you can see, everything is pretty blank so far. They really aren't posting too many fall things on my crafters page right now. Everything is kind of more geared towards spring and early summer. So hopefully it will, they'll start getting more of those ones out soon. Now that these ones are starting to get filled up, maybe they'll start putting some of the fall ones out a little bit earlier. There is one in September I've already applied for, and it's the Eddington Historical Society, which I did last year. And it was a nice little one. It was just a short, I think it was like 4 hours. I actually did it that morning, packed up my stuff, and went right from there to work, because I worked nights last year, which I'm not doing this year. So it was nice. It was quick. Made a little over $100 and then went to work. So it was pretty good. But in addition to all that fun stuff comes the whole rigmarole of dealing with packing your car, and and so I've been trying to minimize how much toting I have to do. Currently I have all my stuffed animals in plastic totes, which is heavy. It adds weight. So I've got to invest in some zippered body bags, luggage bags, something, so that I can carry 2 or 3 of them in my hand at a time, as opposed to trying to carry one tote at a time. So that'll help me break that down a little bit. But I also want to do away with like my 8-foot tables. I bought 2 of those fold-up racks that the accordion fold in like this, and then when they come back out, you flip the top over and it latches, and it gives you your racks with shelves. I bought 2 of those last fall. I'd like to invest in like 4 of them, because I can carry 2 of those in at a time, like nothing. They're super light. Whereas one table I'm struggling to carry 1 table in at a time. So I could bring those in real quick. They fold up flat. They don't take up much room in my vehicle. The only thing I don't like about them is they don't have backs. My stuffies fall out the back when they're on the shelf. But I did buy some black lightweight grid. It's supposed to be a stand-up shelf. It has a base, and you stand it in it, and then you pop the next section into it. I'm just going to take those 2 sections and I'm going to zip tie them to the back of my my fold-out rack, just to keep stuff from falling off the back of it. And I think that'll work just fine. And this, again, they're flat, lightweight, and I can move them in and out pretty quick and easy. So that'll eliminate table space, because generally I do 3 tables because I do the U shape. So I think I could probably do kind of the U shape with those as well, and then put in like a small card table, like a little 2-foot by 2-foot card table that I could have as my seating area for, you know, putting my cash box and all that kind of stuff on. I think that'll work out pretty well. I'm hoping, because I really do need to, all I have is my vehicle. I don't have like a trailer. I don't have a pickup truck that I can, you know, load in the back of or anything like that. I have my car, which, I mean, it's a terrain. It's a, you know, it's an SUV, so I can fold down the seats, and I do have plenty of room. But, you know, you run out of room eventually. And this weekend, when I was coming back from the craft fair, I had all I could do to shut my doors. I had stuff cramped, because I also didn't organize it really well, because I just wanted to get out of there. But I thought for sure when I shut my doors that I was going to pop a window. Every time I hit a bump, I was like, oh no. Waiting for a window to crack. It didn't. Thankfully, I made it home. But I've got to do better than that. Let me see. What else did I really want to talk about with you guys today? I did briefly touch on the fact that I am getting this room that Mike gave me upstairs here to be renovated into my office / crochet room area. It had the really ugly wallpaper that I've posted before, that you've seen in the background of me before, really brown, nasty looking. All gone now. I've stripped all that off. I've taken clips of me along the way doing it, because I do want to show you guys a finished review of the whole thing all at once. I have got it painted. It looks really nice. I did all the sheetrocking, mudding, you know, sanding and painting. That is done. The trim looks horrible. You can see the trim right behind me here and up here. It's kind of a pinkish beige, weird color. It's dinged and dented, and, you know, chunks have been knocked out of it with furniture being moved in and out. All around the top section of it, the boy that had this room glued, put down that double stick foam tape, and then had a light strip attached to it. So there's like a layer of foam that goes all the way around that I've got to clean off and sand down. And then I'm going to paint the trim white. I don't think there's much I can do with the rug unless I rip it out, which I'm seriously considering doing, because it's gone. It's bad. It's really, really bad. But I'm working on that, and that's part of what's been keeping me occupied. As you can see, I have my pegboard behind me here. That's going to be getting put on the wall beside my desk, so I can hang all my tools and stuff on it. My desk area, I'll show it to you in my review, because it will be all set up at that point in time. But my desk area is going to be where I sit, and, well, you did see it in one of my videos when I was working on Karumi and I was doing her eyes. That's the area where it's going to be, and that's where I sit and I do all my eye painting. Have all my paperwork over there for my craft fairs. I have a folder over there with all my printed patterns in it. Yeah, I have like a tray with all my paint, tray with all my glitter, with all my mica powder. I have my printer. So everything is kind of in that area right there, which I don't want to show you yet because I want to wait until I can do the big reveal of everything. But picture behind me that Lily and I decided to do a pour paint. And we had just little 4x4 canvases, and then I framed it. The other picture is a picture Lily drew for me. This over here she left on the desk for me one day out of pipe cleaners. It was laying on my desk, and it was just laid out, and it's I, heart, you, and then she wrote Mimi. It looks probably backwards to you, but it says Mimi with a exclamation point. So I had to clean it off my desk because I had to use my desk. So I just stapled it to the wall for now because I thought it was really sweet of her. She leaves me little things like that all the time. She's really cutie. Yeah, so that is that, I guess. So, as I said, this coming Saturday, which is the day before Easter, I have a craft fair and I'm trying to make up a few little Easter inspired thingies. So I've done 5 of these little bunnies in a carrot. Oops, I gotta get my tag out of there. And they fold. If I could get it to stay in there, it would fold down over it. But anyways, these little bunnies in a carrot, which are so cute. And then the little bunny comes out. And I did do them with just black felt eyes because I figured these are going to be something that's super interactive for littles. You sew the ears on, but I think other than that, everything else is no sew. It's all just bobble stitches. It didn't have a tail in the pattern. I added a tail to mine because I thought it needed a tail. And then it just put in his little nose. Really quick, really easy. The carrot is actually harder than the bunny, and the carrot is not hard by any means. But I made 5 of these, and I don't know where my 5th one is, so I only got a couple here to show you. But I did the brown bunny and a lighter green carrot. I think this one is the tangerine, parfait tangerine. This one is the carrot, and this little bunny is, I think, taupe? I think he's taupe. It doesn't sound right, though. Marshmallow? I don't know. I think he's so cute. This one has the plastic eyes. And another one here. Again with the little felt eyes. And this one is also in the darker orange. And I did a little white bunny. And he is in the tangerine colored carrot. And you have to fold their little ears back to pull the top up over, but they pop in there really good. They're so cute. So I made, like I said, I made 5 of these, but I don't know where the 5th one is at the moment. I have these priced at $15, which I think is pretty reasonable. And that's 2 pieces, and it's an interactive toy, so I think that's pretty reasonable. I did finish off the eyes on my little chicken the eggs, which I think I showed you in my last video. I dropped it on the floor, so I had to bend over and get it. Pretty sure I showed these in my last video that I was working on them. Really quick, really easy. These are an Instagram freebie. I don't remember who they're by. But, yeah, they just sit in the little bottom egg. The little top of the egg goes down over it. They fit in really, really sweet. And really adorable. So I think I'm going to sell these for $10. And I made up a whole bunch of these, but they all look the same. And other than that, I have finished the zebra. I was working on the squirrel last time, and I didn't bring out the squirrel to show you it done. I might add it into this before I end this video, because I do want to show you the squirrel that I was working on. But I got the zebra sploot done. Isn't he cute? I love his little tail. He came out absolutely adorable. These sploots are so cute. So there's the zebra sploot. And other than that, I made 2 of these, but I already sold one of them. I actually made it because somebody asked me for one. And then after I made his, I was like, I got to make another one for the market because it's just too cute. Isn't this penguin the sweetest? Look at that little face. He's just so perfect. The little tail. This is a free pattern on YouTube. You know, you'll follow along pattern on YouTube. It's one of those ones that don't talk. They just play music. And the pattern pops up along the bottom of the screen as you go on each page. You know, each new step is like a new page. I just watched it once, decided it was the one I wanted to try, and so I rewound it, brought it back, and then I stopped it at each point, wrote down the instructions, and I've made 2 of them so far, and they work up really quick, and it's no-sew. Well, that's wrong. The wings do get sewed in. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. The little beak piece is super easy to make. You make two strands like you would, you know, if you were doing like the nose I did on the bunnies. You know, you just go through and come back through. But then afterwards you go over that this way, around and around and around, and that brings out his little beak. Isn't that cute? So precious. All this yarn is Premier Parfait Chunky. This is the dark gray and of course the white. This is the tangerine. Hand painted eyes. The other one I did with deep blue eyes. I think I liked it better. Super cute. This part at first was a little tricky. It took me a minute to figure out what we were doing. But once you figure it out, it's really easy. If you watch her video while she's doing it, it makes it much, much easier. And of course, just black and white, Premier Parfait Chunky. Again, I painted his eyes. Actually, I think my granddaughter painted these ones. They have little stars in them. I don't know if you can see them. They're really cute. Snuggle Bean Crochet. I will, before I end this, tell you whose video this is and who does the carrots and the little chicks, because I didn't write it down before I started this, and I should have. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my makes for this week. I'm gonna pop these up here real quick and hold on for a second for my screenshot. Maybe I should have his eyes showing, huh? That probably looks a little better. Or should I do all carrots and bunnies? Oh my goodness, I threw everything on the floor, of course. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to be able to hold them all. Trying to get this one's face turned around. Alright. I cannot see it, so I don't know if it's showing them well or not. Probably my hand's over the whole thing. But they are cute. I don't know. I think the other one will be the bed picture. Anyway, I will be back when I get the rest of that information and I've dug out that squirrel so I can show you it. Bye, guys. Okay, so this is Squeaks the Squirrel. This is also by Jelly Bean Crochet, one of her Splook characters. He's so cute. He sits, his little tail's like this. He is adorable. So that is Squeaks the Squirrel. That's the one I was working on that I just finished up after the last video. He is made out of acorn. How appropriate, huh? Premier Parfait Chunky, of course. Hand painted eyes. I think these ones are, I want to say these ones are 30 millimeter. But it came out really cute. I like him a lot. So the updates on the bunny in the carrot. He is called Belly the Bunny. And he is from the Crocheted Code. Crochet Code. Okay. Chick in the Egg is called Boba the Baby Chick. And he's by @Hook Crochet Company, CO. And that is an Instagram one. And the penguin is, like I said, it's on YouTube. It is actually called the Mini penguin keychain, and it's by NHA, so Na Lin, L-I-N, 2 words, Na Lin, N-H-A-L-I-N. Like I said, it's one of the ones where nobody speaks, it's just music playing, and you have to kind of read along on the screen with it. But that was the penguin one. Mine came, well, as you saw, it came out about 8 inches tall with Premier Parfait Chunky. I sell them for $18. So when I sold for $18. The one she makes are only about this big, but she's using like a 1.5 millimeter crochet hook with crochet cotton because she's making them for keychains. I'm not doing that. There's no way I'm doing that. But I like it in the Premier Parfait because it comes out a good size. Probably if I use the Premier Basics, I could make him even a little bit bigger and maybe charge $22 for him or something. But he is so cute. So yeah, if you're looking for a really cute penguin pattern that's pretty easy to do, that's a good one to check out. That's it for now. See you guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share this with other YouTube interested people that would like to watch what you're watching. All that good stuff. Bye, guys.